walking through the woods and I finally found something. Is it broken though? Of course it is. Frisco City. I've seen enough of those for a while. Well, we do have a surface dump kind of scattered here. There's another one of these. Oh yeah, it's intact this time. And it is also from Frisco City. I have about 25 of these already. But since it's a slow day, I guess I'll take about anything right now. Even the unembossed screw top cobalt bottles. Might get $1.50 for it eventually. Now that's a no deposit. Wait, what's this? I think I see another embossed one right on top of the ground. And of course it's Frisco City as well. Dang it. Wait a minute, I see something valuable right here. To a no deposit collector, that is. A sun crest with a giant no deposit stamped right there. I don't think I've ever seen one, and I collect these. I have about 500 of them, so this one's going in my collection. Look at that. I don't know if I've ever seen a giant tab bottle. At least not this variation. Yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't bring that one home. It's too faded out and too heavy. Alright, we got another no deposit. It's the good one though. It's the diamond Coke bottle. Somebody that was in the antique business said they actually sold these for $20 a piece. And that was way back in 1990. I think you'd have a hard time getting $5 for one. But I think I'll eventually get $4 for it. Okay, another 150 feet down the way. And I got another junk heap. And I see something way over there. Not bad. Well, there's the second turtle of the day. I wish I could find a way to sell that. Yeah, there's plenty of junk over here. This is one giant trash pile. We got a knee-high. It's gonna be ruined, but I'll take that one, I guess. It's a Ritz soda. It's almost worth bringing back. And there's another $2 bottle. And another Sunrise. I've already got 5 or 6 of those, so I guess I'll leave that one. It just keeps going and going. This must have been the neighborhood dump in the 60s and 70s. Just very little worth bringing back. But it looks like it's getting to be a thick layer of trash right in here. There's something interesting. A Sprite gallon syrup jug lid. Aha! Finally something old. Another knee-high from Columbus, Georgia. Still, it beats the hell out of 1970s bottles. Finally, another embossed Coke. Obviously, they threw it away in about 1968 because it has so much case wear and it's from Mobile. A case-worn Mobile one is not worth bringing back. Oh, somebody buried a submarine over here. Oh, wait a minute. That's one of those outhouse things from the 30s. But what is it doing way out here in the woods? It doesn't show any houses on my maps over here. Gotta look inside. Nope, nothing in there. And another 8 feet over, there's an obvious depression right here. Probably where the outhouse was in the 40s. Okay, I'm back to privy digging. There's one of those cement slabs with the outhouse thing, the hole right there. So obviously I can't dig it because I can't fit in that hole, and there's a 300-pound cement slab on it. But I wouldn't try it anyway because that's probably a 50s privy. But I do have 2 privies poked out over here. And this one definitely has stuff in it. Okay, the first bottle is showing up. Doesn't look like a very good one. Some kind of whiskey bottle, but it looks like it's from the early 50s, I'd have to say. I did find that as well. A toy gun from the early 50s. Well, I squealed across a big bottle of some kind, and I thought it was probably going to be a milk bottle. And sure enough it is, but it's one of those square kind. They're not usually worth anything. No embossing and no painted label. The only thing it's good for is to look at the bottom and see what the date actually is. And I can't really see it. Okay.
You don't mind me asking what you doing?
Looking for antique bottles.
For antique bottles? Okay. Alright. You, I buy antique bottles. You said you're from North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. You got your driver's license with you, man?
Yeah. It's in my car.
Alright. Careful. Thank you, sir.
To be some extremely rare bottles from the town of Flomaton, and a lot of them work their way over here.
Okay.
And some of the bottles from Brewton are also quite valuable.
Now, what makes the bottles in Flomaton so rare?
Well, there's a Pepsi bottle from there that just happens to be rare, and you're talking about bottles from about 110 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's this one called Chiro Cola that copied the script embossing of the Pepsi company.
Okay.
And it's the only town in America that made a bottle that looks that way. And then they were sued by Pepsi and required to destroy all those bottles. So any of them that survived are worth about $900.
Really? That's insane. Hold on just 1 second. Go ahead.
Well, I'm here at the famous dump that all the diggers around here know about. I picked this one off the surface. Of course it's broken, but I figure I might repair it one day. Here's one I think you must be crazy to throw back, even though it's broken. There's enough of it there that I might be able to repair it. I think it's still worth about $20 just as it is. And the Churro Cola, the late style. But at least it says Brewton on it. And of course it's broken off, but I might fix it. And of course everybody's favorite $5 bottle. Can't leave those sitting around, especially if they're embossed. And a glass lid. Can probably get a couple dollars for it eventually. So let's go out to the dump and see what it looks like. Okay, here's a big 8-foot thick layer of 1940s junk. It's pretty well pulverized. I'm not even digging in this area. It looks like it's all melted and smashed. I just thought I'd show you this area. I'm sure it's a lot easier to dig than where I'm going to be at, because there's a lot of roots where I'm going to go. The older bottles are basically a surface dump. They're just scattered around in various places. And of course, people have been coming here for 50 years picking them up. So you'd have to be extremely lucky to find something intact at this point. Maybe if they came in here with some kind of a earth mover and scraped off 3 or 4 inches, it might bring out a few, but I just don't think it's worth digging right now because there's so many roots, and the bottles would only be 1 or 2 inches deep if there's any here at all. Okay, I found a 5 to 6 inch thick layer of trash right here, and the pieces of glass around it look like the right age teens soda bottles. So I'm going to dig a hole right here and see if I can find any. Alright, a few minutes later I got one, and it's not quite perfect, but it's a good sign. And it is from Brewton. Might still be worth a few dollars to somebody. Just a bunch of bricks. It's just too much work. There's too many roots in there. They're really difficult kind of break through. And here's the first piece I've seen of the Pepsi Cola from Flomatin in the aqua color. It's a very rare bottle. I sure would like to find one of these, even with the top broken off. But for some reason, there's very few of these in here.